Gunner Podcast. Get up, it's the Steve Gunner Podcast.
Good day to all and welcome to another episode of the Steve Gunter Podcast, where we discuss the steps, the strategies, and the mindset of real estate investing tailor-made for the pro athlete. We appreciate your time. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And for that, I am grateful. I'm your host, Steve Gunter, and it's an honor and privilege to be with you today. And look, today I got the fellas in the room, the fellas on the pod. Taylor, Leggett, Charles K. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good, man. Appreciate you having us.
Well, good, fellas. Good. Well, look, guys, we got a few things to cover today, and there's a whole bunch of storylines that we can choose from, and we're just going to dive into it. And I want to first just get your perspective on which one you think we should cover. So here's the first one. North Carolina green lights nearly 300 homes. Plans for development call for 211 single-family detached homes and 84 townhomes. This is in Sanford. Second story, coastal homes surge past $10 million. And so apparently this year, several homes have been going for at least $10 million. That's what's going on the coast of North Carolina right now. So that's something that we can dig into as well. Pretty cool stuff. Super Bowl ratings went bonanza for a Triangle local TV station. And when I tell y'all what TV station this is, you're going to be like, who? I don't even think I've even come across that TV station before, but we'll see about that one as well. Listings in Wake County saw a 14% jump in January, which is, we had far less inventory last year than we do now, but would love to get you guys' thoughts on that. And then lastly, one of the largest homes inside the Beltline is going for $8.6 million. And interestingly enough, you guys actually know who the agent is as well. So you tell me, where do you want to start?
Man.
Let's start with Sanford, and we can go from there.
Let's start with Sanford. All right. Let me actually pull up the article so that you guys can see it as well. Give me 1 second. All right. You guys can see when you're in? Okay. All right. So the city of Sanford has approved a major housing development as the Lee County area continues to attract new residents and businesses. So the Sanford City Council voted this month to approve a rezoning for Adams Village, a proposed housing development with up to 295 units spanning 85 acres. So we got some stuff going on over in Sanford. What say you, Taylor? What you think about that, man?
I think it's one of those markets that we're going to see continue to really take a real jump. As you know, it's not too far from us here in Raleigh. It's
right up the road.
Yeah, I mean it's convenient. It's but it's to the point now where it's, I would say, a bit more affordable than what we see. So you've got a ton of folks that are just looking at that area like, well, you know what? It's not a far drive. I can get a lot more house here. So I think we'll continue to see that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's been the biggest thing with customers is commute versus what can I afford.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to see more people lean on that. I'm willing to commute to be able to get, more bang for my money. So
I think also the businesses that are going to start sprouting up over in Sanford. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see. I haven't been over to Sanford in a while. Have either one of you guys been over there in a little bit?
It's been about
Uh,
a couple months. Right before Christmas, I had a customer looking out that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Taylor?
Fairly recently, ha- I've got a listing that'll be coming up in about a month down there. So I've been back and forth a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's a great area, honestly, um, especially for what you get and the convenience. I know we've already talked about that, but even that side of town or that side, Sanford puts you. You're really not far from Chapel Hill. Some folks look at it further south um, for being around Fort Liberty and the Fayetteville area. It's not terribly far either, so
Yep.
it's makes a lot of sense for a lot of people.
That's right.
Probably also,
It's a happy middle between the Triangle and
There you
Fayetteville.
go. Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying?
No, that's it. I think it just probably makes a lot of sense for people that are actually looking for homes, as well as people that are, thinking about investing, and so it works for a wide range of people.
What are houses going for in that area right now? What you guys saying?
I think that there's still a lot. You can still find a lot in the twos.
Hmm.
They're
Really?
starting.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
hundred thousand?
Yeah. Yeah.
they're
Like mid, I
starting
would
to.
say like mid twos, starting in the mid twos. It's kind of where we were looking. Mid twos to low 300s for a decent
Mhm.
property. There's a development out there, gated. I don't know, it's gated community out there. I can't remember the name of it. Pretty big too, huge.
It has
Um,
lakes on it,
it
right?
has lakes on it. Yeah,
What is the name of
Well,
that?
it's
can't
a
remember
it's
the
a
name.
golf community.
Is it
Yep,
Carolina Trace?
Yeah, that's it.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so we were out there, and that neighborhood ranged from mid twos to up to 600, 700,000. So it was a pretty good area. It was nice, well kept, neighborhood. So definitely good opportunity.
Where's your property coming up at, Taylor? Your listing.
It's going to end up being like right in that 330 range, and it's
Oh, that's going to fly off the market.
yeah, it's on just probably a little under half an acre. It's got a fence, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, two and a half
Mm-hmm.
bathrooms actually. So I mean, it's I think that's pretty comparable to a lot of what you see down there. Is you've got that if you move that house up here in Wake County, it would be a totally different story. But that's what's appealing. So
It is so interesting how the real estate prices have changed like so drastically over the past 2 years. Forget about it since you guys have been in the business. You could remember a time when houses were selling for like $175,000. you know, like
Yeah.
$205,000, and like that. You're lucky to get a lot, a vacant lot at that price today. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
completely changed.
You got people tearing down, paying 500 to tear down, you
Yeah,
know, to
yeah.
put, million plus on it. It's insane to see. It's insane. So,
It definitely speaks to the evolution of markets and how you're never going to stay where you are. And I think that's the conversation that oftentimes have to be had with, especially with new buyers, when they're just not used to it. They're not used to you know change like that. I mean, yeah, I mean you go to the grocery store and you buy a gallon of milk, and yeah, there's a change there. Milk doesn't cost what it did 5 years ago, but you don't recognize it as much. Houses, however,
yeah.
there's it's
Mm-hmm.
different. It's different. My first house, the first neighborhood that I bought a house in, what did Tammy and I pay for? We paid, I want to say, good God, $170,000 for that house. And you go to that neighborhood today, and it's like a freaking darn near $400,000 community.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
You know,
It's like if you knew what you knew now, five
Right.
years ago, you'd be trying to buy everything that you possibly could get your hands on.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh gosh, yes. I mean, Pender Street going towards downtown Raleigh. For those of you who aren't familiar with our area, Pender Street was, perhaps in some cases still is, an area where you kind of didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? And today though, I mean, you got some big houses going up over there.
Yeah.
Hargett, Martin Street. As you get closer to downtown Raleigh, the revitalization that has taken place, it's extraordinary. It really is. So, yeah, man, just the cycles, man, the real estate cycles. So your house that's coming on the market, Taylor, that listing that you got coming on the market, y'all going on the market for 330, man. Y'all might sell for 900.
I'm sure they would love that. They would.
I'm sure they would. I'm absolutely positive they would. Okay. All right. Moving on, fellas. I want to talk about this. This is an interesting story. So, Super Bowl ratings went bonanza for this Triangle local TV station, and let me show you the story on it. And of course, they have Taylor Swift, baby, front and center, because Taylor Swift is now clearly the NFL. But here's what it reads. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The thrilling Super Bowl was a huge success for CBS 17. Nationally, the Kansas City Chiefs win over San Francisco drew all of these viewers, and they got an average of 554,000 viewers for that period of time. When I saw this, I was like, okay, this is not even really worth being written about. Have you guys watched CBS 17 ever?
No.
Why is your light off, Taylor? What are you doing in there?
I'll let Charles start. My light shut off.
You ever watched CBS 17, Charles?
No, I've passed by it, but
where is it?
Never sat and watch.
You see, I never even seen it. Where is it?
No, on like the local channels. I don't know where the
okay. I
station
thought
is.
you were saying driving by.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know where it is.
Dude,
Who are the newscasters? Who's the
talent? I have no idea. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what who wrote this? Like, if I was the writer and I had to write about that, I would be pissed. Like that, there's no reason why I should be writing about CBS 17.
They're trying to be relevant.
Because first of all, let's just be honest. And don't get me wrong, I'm a football fan. I love the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying that it doesn't draw a whole lot of viewers, but like practically nothing is on television during the Super Bowl either. So it's kind of like you got no choice. You got to watch it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then this year you have to watch it on the subscription, right? I believe.
No, I watched it on TV.
Okay.
I watched it on TV.
I know they were streaming it too as well. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was on Prime. I think you had Prime something to watch if you're streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good point. Talk about Amazon Prime, man. They are just freaking taking over the world. Them and YouTube TV.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. They had 500,000 viewers, and I'm sure they're lucky to get 5,000 viewers, probably 500 viewers. I don't know anybody that watches it. I know people that watch WRL and stuff like that, but, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. You guys don't think it's all that interesting.
No.
Okay. Exactly, right? That's a CBS 17. So interesting, Steve. So interesting. Okay. Listings in Wake County saw a 14% jump in January, which is up from this same time last year. What do you guys make of that?
I think that's exciting. Yeah, I mean, new opportunity. We need more inventory right now. It's not enough. So yeah.
I think it's what everybody's been talking about for probably since interest rates got high, and the expectation of maybe they're gonna go down at some point this year. You've got sellers that have probably been sitting around waiting for that. All right, it's a new year. Let's throw the house on the market. Let's see what happens. It's we're coming up to the spring market. Let's see if we can capitalize and hopefully rates do trend the way that everybody hopes that they're going to, and they put themselves in a better position, or they're not out there when everybody else is also trying to put their house on the market.
Are you guys starting to see? Are you guys? Oh, finish your thought. Sorry, Taylor.
No, that's it. That's all.
Are you guys starting to see sellers become more optimistic about listing their home?
Yeah, I think I'm still seeing people still kind of on the fence of like, okay, I want to sell, but trying to find something. I think it's been the biggest thing is like, well, where are we going to go? How much, with the rates, I'm gonna have to put down a significant, amount to get, the payments comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of some of the things that I'm seeing on my end. How about you, Taylor?
I think similarly, the idea is becoming more reasonable. If we were talking a couple months ago, no, that wasn't the case. But I think that seasonality that comes with the market, hey, spring market's coming up. We've been waiting to sell our house forever, whatever. The kids have moved out, or we need to downsize, or we're looking for something more. We need more space. It's becoming, it's getting closer there where they're like, you know what, I can bite the bullet here. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. If rates are coming down, we'll be okay. We don't want to just stay where we are, right? If they have a need for something else, then at some point that idea becomes more reasonable, and they're like, all right, let's see what happens. Let's do it.
You know what I find interesting, though, is all of last year, it seemed like the media was putting all this fear into the market of, oh, property values are getting ready to tank, and, there's just interest rates are just really slowing things down. And look, and I mean, this is the case across the entire country, by the way, but the average sales price, and we're just talking about our local market, has actually gone up. It's actually gone up this same time last year. So, it's kind of like, it's almost as though every time the media says one thing, like the actual reverse is about to happen. It's like, and especially because, the stories tend to be clickbait. It tends to just give this overwhelming amount of fear into the market where people are like, oh, I don't, know what to do. But when you talk to real people, you talk to like, and that's what you do. That's what we all do. You actually go and talk to the real person who is the homeowner, who is looking to buy the property, and their perspective, although to the point that Charles was making, yeah, there are some of the sellers out there in the market who are like, where I'm going to go. But that is clearly become a little bit easier, especially with the rate reductions and how they're going to be able to get into a new home easier than what they, would have been able to get into before, or, be able to buy more house. But I mean, what do you guys make of that? I mean, the media stories and how it's, pretty much has just been not true.
I think that's why none of us know who the heck CBS 17 is, and because me personally, I don't watch a whole lot of news, and I think part of that is because you
How
don't
old
know
are you, Taylor? How old are you?
How old do I look?
At least 52. I mean, I know you just. When did you retire from the Braves again? The Atlanta Braves.
Oh, man,
inside joke, everyone. He didn't play for the Braves, but it's great.
Wouldn't that be nice? I'm in my 30s, and but yeah, I don't pay attention to the news that much because I think I think that's become a common thing. It's a clickbait sort of stuff. What can we get people to pay attention to? And the reality is that oftentimes that's it's kind of made to seem what it's really not, right? Like
Yeah.
people are, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that see that though, and they're like, well, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the truth, the absolute truth. So I think it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's
So I'll try to
important
give it as little noise as I can. Go ahead. Sorry, Charles.
You're good.
Yeah, no, I like the point that Steve was making about talking with real people. You know what I mean? And don't just look at the propaganda and the news story. Look at your actual local market. Yeah, maybe some markets aren't smart to buy or aren't thriving as much. But when you really get down to talking with somebody that is in the business, that is doing this day to day, you know what I mean? You get a better understanding. And I think those conversations have helped, buyers or sellers really see the reality and don't miss out on the opportunity because they're fearful because of what they're seeing. So,
Yeah. Definitely not the sort of market that the media projected it would be. So we're getting ready to enter into an even more prosperous period for the market. Okay. All right. Where y'all want to go with this? Y'all want to do coastal homes, or you want to talk about the largest home inside the Beltline?
let's talk about that large home inside the Beltline.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Raleigh has changed.
Most certainly it has.
Absolutely.
All right. Can y'all see that?
I see it.
All right. So inside the Beltline, baby, $8.6 million for this house. It is 10,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures. There we go. You guys can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Look at that lot. Good God.
How big is
That's
the
the
lot?
lot.
Yeah, how big is the lot?
I don't know. We got
inside the Beltline. That's a big lot.
That's a huge lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. They got a lot of China. A lot of China. That's nice. Oh, yeah. We may need to declutter just a tad bit. Okay. Like that is way too much stuff on that kitchen counter. Let me see. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Charles, sell it. Sell it, man.
Let's do it. That's a pretty big listing.
That's a big listing, man. Big listing.
Yeah.
What are you about to say, Taylor? You look like you want to say something smart.
I don't have anything more to say. When was that house built?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously it's not.
It doesn't say, and I haven't looked it up. Oh, it was built in 1996.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting listing. I think some of the draw of that is just that inside the Beltline label.
Inside the Beltline.
Yeah, it gets everybody excited. But I mean, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
For somebody.
Well, look, it could be you. All you got to do is borrow the money, Taylor. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody else does in America. Let's just borrow the money, man. We're all good.
Yeah.
I think if I'm spending that much on a house, though, that's maybe not quite what I'm looking for. But I know. But look, it's not to say that it's not a great house.
It's a fantastic house, and you can be the one living there. I'm selling you on it, dude. I'm trying to get you to pull the trigger. I'm trying to get that Atlanta Braves money out of you, bro, and just reallocate it to some real estate, man. I mean,
okay.
you're keeping it underneath your mattress ain't gonna help, dude.
That's true.
Gotta
make it work.
All right, and so our last story, coastal homes. surge
You in this light,
past.
bro.
What is going on in there, dude?
Apparently,
Like,
I'm apparently I'm not moving enough.
that's what it is. You got a red light in there too, Taylor? Coastal Homes.
The coast.
Coastal Homes. Let me share my screen with you,
We're
fellas.
talking North Carolina coast.
This is North Carolina coast, man. Coastal Homes surged past $10 million. $10 bazillion. And so, where are we at? Where are we at? Looks like there's three homes that have sold above the price. Since the $6 million one sold. One is under contract for, well, they don't know if it's for $11 million. They miswrote this, but apparently it's listed for $11 million. So it'll be interesting to see where it ends up closing at.
Is that Wilmington? Where's it at?
So this one is
Beach?
Outer the Banks. This is Outer Banks.
Oh,
This is Outer Banks, yeah. But here down here, 112 Beach Road in Wilmington just sold for 12 and a half.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So prices are going up at the beach big time. You guys got plans on moving to the beach?
That would be nice.
I know you would love that, Charles.
I love the beach. I'm outside.
Yeah. Every single weekend, you get no work done. No work done.
Toes in the sand.
But what do you think? I wasn't really aware of beach prices until I would say mid-career. And I could remember a time when, I don't know, beach prices were probably like, if you were on the beach, 2 million, right? 2 million. And so, I don't know, just 6 years ago, you go from 2 million to 12 million.
Yeah.
That's not too bad of a return on investment.
It's not bad at all.
no.
Yeah. So I just think the power, the leveraging ability of real estate is extraordinary, man. Just crazy.
And I think that leveraging too at the beach, because you can do so much with that property, whether it's short term, Airbnb, whatever it may be. That to me is probably why that increase. Part of the reason why they increase, pricing too out that way, because you can make so much money on it as well.
What's going on with Airbnb right now? Are people? I've been hearing that it's kind of been getting like less people are using it. Have you guys heard that? Like less people are like using Airbnb, VRBO, those sorts of platforms. And the reason, what I heard was that people are starting to feel like they're paying so much money when it comes to, well, I got to pay the owner to take out the trash, to do this, to do that. I might as well just go back to a hotel and have the amenities and not have to worry about all of that. I can leave my bed the way I want to leave it. I could leave the trash in the trash can. I don't have to deal with all of that. You guys hearing some of that?
I think a lot of the people that are looking on Airbnb, at least, because of you have all these extra fees added in, they'll compare between Airbnb or VRBO, and then a lot of times you'll find those property owners just have a website or a way that they could be booked outside of one of those platforms, so that you don't have all those extra fees. So if instead of renting a beach house for a week and paying $5,000-$6,000, well, I can go directly to the property owner and pay, I don't know, $4,000, right? And not have all that extra mess and fluff added in. I also feel like I've seen where Airbnb has not, I don't want to say transition, but they're really pushing like what you would refer to as a midterm rental. So you have people that will book and stay for, let's say, a minimum of a month. And that's become kind of a more popular option too. I think that leads to the, even the prices around the coast, is you've got people that are exclusively working from home, or, they travel all the time and they want to experience new places, and they're like, well, I could go stay at the beach for a couple months. So they'll hop on somewhere like that and or just buy a place at the beach and say, hey, look, actually, instead of living wherever they live, I've always wanted to be on the coast. I'm just going to move there. I've got a remote job anyway. I might as well. And some of that's probably changed, right? It's not, we're kind of post-pandemic. And so some people have gone back to work, but it's definitely a more common thing. So I think that probably does a lot to push those prices up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Charles, were you about to comment?
No, I agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, good. Well, fellas, look, appreciate your time today, man. This was cool. We should do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right, fellas. We'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
having me, Steve.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Later.
Later.